Hi, folks. We're back for step 2 of our mover and shaker project. So you've so far chosen a mover and shaker to learn more about. Okay. And now today we're going to start the research process. And you'll need to have your family to help you with this. It'll either be with, like I said in the last video, with you can use books, you can use websites, so information on the internet where you read about this person. You can use videos, and those will all give you information about this person that could be helpful. And I have in this packet that you have some different categories that I want you to learn about. So this will help guide your research for what kinds of things I want you to learn about your mover and shaker. And there's different ways that you can record this information. Either you or someone in your family can write and fill in information on these lines, like you can tell them what to write if you want to do it that way. You can even use sticky notes. You know, I am a huge fan of sticky notes. I put them everywhere. So if you want to take a couple notes, like you are reading a book and you see something really important, you just want to write a quick note on that sticky note, you can do that and collect that on your paper if it's a thought that you don't want to forget. You can, when you're researching on the internet, I do this a lot where I find a page, like say we were doing Marley Dias, and I find a page all about Marley Dias and I print it out and it has all the information, but maybe it's a whole lot of information. Well, see here how like I went through and I put highlighter on some of the information. You can do that. So the parts that you really think are important and want to remember, you can put a little bit of highlighter on that, like a part that might answer one of these questions. You could just circle it or put highlighter on it, and that'll help you remember that that's an important part where you can find some information. Or you can print out things and cut out the important information. This is cut and paste. You can cut out the important little sections, and you can either glue them onto this paper, or you can glue them onto another paper. You can also do that on the computer, where your family could help you do some cut and paste on the computer too, if you want to just do it that way and then print all that out at once. So you're going to collect your information in one of these ways. There's lots of ways to collect your information, okay? And your family will help you with that. And what I really want you to do is focus on the learning part of it, okay? And so here's the things I want you to learn about. First of all, this says mover and shaker. And that would just be the name of your mover and shaker. It goes right there. The next one says life. When was your mover and shaker doing their important work? So that's a question, like, are they doing their important work now? Or were they doing it like 50 years ago? Or were they doing it like a couple hundred years ago? When were they doing their important work? Are they still alive? Right? So approximately how old was your mover and shaker when they were doing their work? So was your mover and shaker doing this as a kid, as an adult, maybe their whole life? Where did or does your mover and shaker live? I remember we learned about where each of ours, the ones we learned about, we learned where each of them live. Like what country, or if they live in our country, what state. What problem was your mover and shaker helping to solve? Remember, let's think about Marley Dias, since she's the last one we learned about. What problem was she helping to solve? She was helping to solve that problem of that the books she was reading didn't have characters that she could relate to, right? They were mostly about white boys, and being a black girl, she wanted a character that she could really relate to, as someone that was more similar to her. So I want you to think about what was the problem your mover and shaker was trying to help. Okay, remember William Kamkwamba? He was trying to solve the problem of his family didn't have, there wasn't a lot of food to eat then because they didn't have a way to get water to the crops to water them, and the lights that they had created kind of a smoke in their home, and so they were getting sick from all that smoke. And so with the windmill, William was able to solve that problem. Okay, so what is the problem that your mover and shaker noticed? Okay, describe your mover and shaker's important work. So if we were talking about William, we would say William built a windmill that brought electricity to his house and pumped water to the crops. Okay, Marley Dias started 1,000 Block Girl Books. Started that foundation, right? And she collected books to donate to people and created lists of books. So if people wanted to read similar books, they could find out some, books that they were interested in reading. So what was your mover and shaker's important work? Remember Autumn? Protecting Autumn's important work, protecting water. And speaking to lots of important people and telling them the importance of protecting water. This page is there any interesting facts about your mover and shaker? Like if we were talking about William, we might say that William never didn't know how to build a windmill, right? William learned to build a windmill by reading a book and collected the pieces from the junkyard. Now, that's interesting and amazing. So if there's an interesting fact to tell about your mover and shaker, this would be the place for it. And then list 3 adjectives that describe your mover and shaker. That means 3 words that tell about them. So let's do Autumn Peltier. I'd say passionate, right? She was really passionate about protecting water. Brave. She spoke in front of all those people, really brave. And hardworking. She works really hard to protect the water. Okay, so 3 words that describe your mover and shaker. And those aren't ones that you'll necessarily find when you do your research, but you're going to have to think about those words. Okay, so today you're starting your research. Okay, so you're going to have today's Tuesday, and then you have, so it's theme on Tuesday, theme on Thursday, and then theme again on Monday. So you're going to have 3 days to do this research. And any days in between that you want to work on it. So you do not have to do all of this today because that's a lot of work, right? Answering all those questions is a lot of work. So break it up into pieces so that you can stay fresh and really learn about each piece. Maybe you could maybe do this first page today, right? Figure out that information today. And then, do another page another day. Okay, so you could do, there's 3 pages and 3 days of theme. You could do a page each day, okay? You can choose to do it however you like. You could do 1 question at a time and then take a little break and do another question. Think about what would work best for you and plan your time so that you can do that. You have the 3 theme days to work on this, okay? So today, I would do at least the first page today, unless if you're planning to work on it more than just during theme, you could maybe do a little bit less, but if you're only going to work on it during our theme days, do that first page today. Okay, so happy researching. I think it's so fascinating and amazing to learn about people that are changing the world. It makes me think about, gosh, how can I be more like this person? I want to change the world. What can I do? So maybe it'll inspire you too. So go ahead and start doing some research. I think you'll really like doing this project. It really was fun for me to research movers and shakers. So remember, books are a good source. The internet has lots of information. And then videos, okay? There's lots of videos that have good information too. And maybe you can actually see that person talking about their work. That'd be pretty cool. All right. Happy researching, everyone. See you later.